What's up, guys? Metapunk here. Today I want to talk about the future of the internet with Web3 and also the internet of value. So the internet of value is mainly a term used by Ripple, but I also think it's important to understand what it means because it all goes in hand with Web3. So getting into what the internet of value is, the internet of value is a vision for value to be exchanged as quickly as information. Although information moves around the world instantly, a single payment from one country to another is slow, expensive, and unreliable. In the US, a typical international payment takes up to 3 to 5 days to settle. It has an error rate of at least 5%, with an average cost of $42 worldwide. So there are over $100 trillion worth of cross-border payments made every year, with a combined cost of over $1.7 trillion a year. So now with the internet of value, any value transaction, such as a foreign currency payment, can happen instantly, similar to how we send information on the internet today. But it's not just inclusive to just money. This will allow the value exchange of any asset such as stocks, voting, securities, intellectual property, music, scientific discoveries, and many more. Traditionally, exchanging any form of value has required some sort of middleman between the transaction, but now with blockchain technology, this allows assets to be transferred from one party to another with no middleman. And once the transfer is validated, it's going to be permanent and it's going to settle instantly. So some examples of real-world use cases of blockchain technology being utilized. You have the NASDAQ that utilizes blockchain to manage their shares. You have the country Estonia that securely stores healthcare records on a distributed database. And then also you have the Japanese airline, the Peach Aviation, that uses cryptocurrency payments for flights. And then also you have musicians that can sell their records on the blockchain. So the music can be instantly stored and also distributed across the internet. The problem is with the current landscape of the internet of value, or just Web3 in general, a lot of cryptocurrency networks are not interoperable, so it's harder for projects to connect to each other. So having a lot of projects that are siloed and also one-sided, it's not really going to be efficient towards the internet of value. So from now in the future, I think a lot more projects are going to be utilized to be more interoperable and just overall efficient to send payments. And this goes into something like the Interledger Protocol, which is a private blockchain that connects different public networks, whether it's DLT or also just traditional finance all on one network, to make value exchange very efficient. And the main thing that the Interledger Protocol solves is allowing all assets of value, such as cryptocurrencies, existing currencies like the US dollar, or other derivatives such as stocks, bonds, and commodities to be exchanged within each other. So currently now, Ripple's main goal is to help enhance the cross-border payment system between the banks and institutions. But their overall long-term goal, they want to make a standard protocol for every institution and individual that can connect to each other and exchange value the same way that we exchange data. So this is going to connect billions of people around the world to transact within each other. It's going to give a rise to entirely new business models and industries. And it's also going to increase financial inclusion for millions of underbanked consumers. And that's the thing with the internet of value and Web3. So having a good understanding of Web3 and the internet of value, you pretty much have a good understanding of how the new internet's going to work. So here are the different blockchain-based business models that you can be utilized to make your system better. So blockchain can be used to create a token economy. You can use blockchain as a service. You can create different blockchain development platforms, blockchain-based business models. Some networks can be used to provide liquidity, are used to pay fees such as layer 2s like Arbitrum or Polygon. You have blockchain professional services and also peer-to-peer blockchain business models. So overall, these systems are going to make value exchange very quick, efficient, and secure. So different countries around the world can really take advantage of utilizing this service. And I can see a lot of growth coming out of these business models because if countries around the world can connect with each other and conduct business, we're going to see a lot of disruption in the tech sector. Alright, so here are the key use cases of blockchain technology being utilized in business. So some main ones are trade and finance. You have healthcare, money transfers, logistics, sales and marketing, and also insurance. And then there's also other notable ones like AI, cloud services, data engineering, data science, education, Internet of Things, manufacturing, marketing, retail, transportation and logistics, and also web applications. Okay, so up top it shows the different Web3 applications. So you have the public blockchains up here, and then you have the enterprise blockchains, which are public and private. And then below it shows the public internet networks, and then below that it shows the private ones as well. So some examples of public networks that can be utilized for Web3, you would have different networks like Algorand, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, and so on. And then the public alternatives to the internet applications, you would have Google, Amazon, Meta, and Twitter. So some different examples of different enterprise blockchain networks. You would have different networks like Hyperledger, the Enterprise Ethereum Foundation, R3, IBM, Energy Web, and Mobi. So these are all the private network versions of this. So the Enterprise Ethereum Alliance would go in with the public Ethereum blockchain network. And then with Ripple, that would go hand in hand with XRP. So Ripple's enterprise grade solutions goes in hand with the public network XRP for its business model. And then different private networks like Oracle and IBM can connect with these public networks on the internet to make their systems better. So it's really similar. So once again, Hyperledger can connect with these public blockchains to make the Web3 systems better. So I pulled up a tweet from Gordon XRP, and this is the ISO 2022 chart, and it kind of shows the examples of how the different public networks can connect with the different private networks to make the system better. So you have an example like Ripple connecting with the Interledger protocol, which are both private networks that utilize the XRP cryptocurrency to make the system better for cross-border payment solutions in business and institutions. And then also you have different examples like the private networks R3 Corda and Zenfin using the XDC cryptocurrency to make trade finance more efficient. Also you have IBM, the Stellar Foundation, and Hyperledger that utilizes the XLM cryptocurrency for another cross-border payment solution similar to XRP. So that's the main thing with Web3 and the Internet of Value. It's really utilizing these public networks such as XLM, XRP, XDC, and also different examples like Ethereum as well, Cardano, to connect with different private networks such as IBM, R3, Corium, and many more to bring many solutions on a grand scale globally. So overall, I would like to say that the Internet of Value is the more institutional and enterprise side of Web3. So services like Ripple are really going to provide different solutions such as payments and just overall value exchange for different institutions. But the thing is, the public platform XRP can be utilized for people like me and you as well. But as of now, that's not the main utility of XRP yet. So I think Web3 kind of goes in hand with platforms like Ethereum, Cardano, in my personal opinion, because I think, but once again, the XRP ledger could be utilized in a public setting. It's just not the main focus as of now. So now I'm going to get into different public Web3 networks and also just public Web3 cryptocurrency that are mainly utilized today and just overall have really good potential in the long run, in my personal opinion. Okay, so I categorize the different sections of Web3. So first off, I want to start off with the hot wallets. So you have different wallets like MetaMask, Exodus, and then also Trust Wallet. And the thing with these hot wallets, they're mainly used for the transactions and just connecting to the different networks and different platforms. So it's not safe to store all your cryptocurrency on here because you don't fully own the keys to your wallet. This is mainly used to do transactions or to exchange different assets. You have different web applications like OpenSea where you can mint, trade, and sell different NFTs on here. You have Odyssey, which is a Web3 explorer. So you can connect with different platforms on here and connect your cryptocurrency within each ecosystem. You have LimeWire, which is a NFT market on the Algorand network, where you can mint different use cases. So you can mint music, video, art, collectibles, photos, entertainment, and different forms of NFT functions. And I can see a lot of independent artists going on LimeWire to sell their music on different Web3 platforms, especially on a global scale. And then you have the Brave browser, which is a private internet browser, which is a more private internet compared to the traditional ones like Google Chrome. And one of the main ways is watching the advertisements on the Brave platform. So you earn BAT tokens, which is basic attention token. And then you can also connect your wallet to perform different transactions on the internet. Now we have the decentralized exchanges. There are liquidity providers and also automated market makers. So there's a lot of trade within these networks. And there's also built-in decentralized applications within these networks. And there's different decentralized exchanges for different networks. So Uniswap is a popular one in the Ethereum network. You have another one like PancakeSwap, which is on the Binance Smart Chain. You have Sologenic, which is a popular one on the XRP ledger. And then you have another one like XSwap on the XDC network. This one's more new, but it's still growing. So I see a lot of potential in this one in the future. I think these are important because most of these Web3 networks have their own native currency. So if you're using a Web3 application that uses a Ethereum-based token, this is where you go to the different decentralized exchanges to purchase the tokens. So now I'm going to get into other platforms. So you have big ones like Decentraland that actually runs on the Ethereum network. And this is a Metaverse platform. So the main form of payment for this platform will be the Mana token, or you would utilize Ethereum since it's a ERC20 platform. And then you have another one like Sandbox, which is another Ethereum platform, and their native asset is the Sand token. And this platform is similar to something like Minecraft. You have Chiliz, which is a sport platform, so you can purchase different sports tokens. And each sports token is going to have different incentives and different rewards to holding those tokens. You have Axie Infinity, which is one of the more popular play-to-earn games that has its own token, which is the Axie token. And this is on the Ethereum network. You have Engine that combines gaming and NFTs on one platform. So you can have a lot of in-game items and actually tokenize it. So you can tokenize in-game items to give it real value so it can be tradable and utilized in different gaming platforms. And then you also have something like Equilibrium, which is a play-to-earn platform on the XRP ledger. And this platform is similar to Engine as well. You can buy and mint different in-game items and trade it within different platforms. So for Web3 development platforms, you have something like Alchemy that has a lot of useful tools for Web3 development, for web applications and also decentralized applications. And then you have something like the Graph where you can build different public open source APIs and it can be utilized in different networks. You have Jitcoin, which is a Web3 platform. And this is a platform that brings different web development applications for Web3. You have another big Web3 platform like Theta, which is a blockchain that brings infrastructure for video, media, and other forms of entertainment. And their mainnet actually just launched in December 1st, so it brings a lot of infrastructure and different use cases. Now for private networks, you have enterprise platform like Consensus. That's an Ethereum-based company that brings different solutions to the Ethereum network. And then you have Ripple that brings different institutional solutions. And this goes into something like the Internet of Value, where a lot of value is going to be tokenized, whether it's actual payment systems, cryptocurrencies, or just overall derivatives. And this is all possible with something like Sologenic that has their own tokenization platform on here. You have the Interledger protocol that combines Ripple's payment solutions to other networks. And then you have a platform like R3 and R3 Quarter, which combines different public and private distributed ledger technology platforms to create a lot of solutions on this one platform. So now I want to talk about different public cryptocurrency platforms that I say is long-term players in Web3. So now I want to start off with Internet Computer, or ICP. This is a really interesting project. It's arguably way more efficient than a lot of the layer 1 blockchains that we have now. It has its own integrated Web3 experience within its own platform. So you can connect different Web2 platforms to Web3 without any oracles. So that makes the network very efficient. The speed and transactions per second are very efficient and very quick, whether it's value exchange or just smart contract exchanges. So you can combine smart contracts to different Web2 platforms such as Google. And then also it's not cloud-based. So you can build and launch different services without the reliance of different centralized cloud providers. And there's essentially no gas fees because of the efficiency of the network. Also, it's very interoperable. There's no bridges, and a lot of blockchains are compatible to this network. And a really interesting thing, it can provide smart contracts to different networks such as Bitcoin and Ethereum that in this current time period aren't efficient compared to other networks such as ICP. So essentially you can make ERC20 tokens and also the ERC721 NFTs that are built on Ethereum. They can all be integrated into the ICP network. So it's essentially making them IC smart contracts, making the fees very low cost and also using low energy consumption. And just overall creating different transactions on the ICP network to different platforms. So you can create Bitcoin transactions and also provide smart contracts all on the ICP network. So this project is very efficient and then also solves a lot of problems with interoperability and overall efficiency. Also, any decentralized application or web platform that are built on ICP, you could turn them into a DAO or a decentralized autonomous organization. So there's no one central authority. It's going to be left up to the people to provide governments to that platform. So overall, there's a lot of cool features such as the cross-chain interoperability, the efficiency of the network in itself, the very quick transactions, low energy consumption, and the low fees. It's built on WebAssembly, so you can have multiple SDKs when building on here. And it's just overall very scalable. So I can see a lot of potential in a platform like ICP. And the company behind ICP is the Dfinity Foundation, and they're the main contributor to ICP. And their overall goal is to create blockchain singularity, which means every system and service are going to be rebuilt and reimagined using smart contracts. And it's going to run on the infinite blockchain network, which is ICP, without the need for traditional IT. And an interesting thing about Dfinity, if you really deep dive into the people that are behind it, there's a lot of top cryptographers that are building on this platform. So just overall efficiency and the people behind it and the Definity Foundation. There's just a lot of potential in this platform. I mean, the only downside of this platform right now is that the price of the ICP token really devalued by a lot. So I can see a lot of people staying away from this platform just from that. But I think really doing research and really deep diving on the full potential of this platform, I still see it as a big player. So another public blockchain network that I see being a big player is Cosmos. And Cosmos wants to be the internet of blockchains. And there's a lot of cool, unique features on Cosmos. You could build efficient applications on here. It's really good with cross-chain interoperability. So a cool thing about Cosmos, it uses a inter-blockchain communication protocol. So that's really going to connect different blockchain networks all in the Cosmos network while being very scalable and efficient at the same time. So on Cosmos, you can build different marketplaces. You could provide different liquidity providers. It has its own decentralized bridge connecting these different networks, and also has its own decentralized exchange, which is the Osmosis platform. So the native token on Cosmos is the Atom token, which is used for fees and also providing liquidity on here. And a lot of applications are built on the Cosmos SDK, which is one of the more popular blockchain SDK platforms that people want to build on because of how efficient it is. There's very low fees and the transactions are very quick and also very energy efficient. So this is really going to enhance DeFi. It's going to bring secure governance when it comes to different platforms through decentralized autonomous organizations. And also it's going to enhance gaming economies, creating different in-game assets that can be traded within each other. So this kind of goes more into the infrastructure of Cosmos. So if you want to build on Cosmos, Cosmos utilizes the Byzantine fault tolerance consensus for your blockchain platform. It has the Cosmos software development kit, so you can have multiple SDKs. And it's arguably one of the most popular blockchain application frameworks that you can use. And then, like I stated beforehand, it has the IBC protocol that brings a lot of cross-chain interoperability. So having really good infrastructure framework and just an overall efficient network, I really see Cosmos being a big player as well in Web3. You have another efficient network similar to Cosmos, which is the Constellation network. This one's a layer 0 that uses DAG technology. So I really see it as an efficient alternative to Cosmos as well. Because of its hypergraph framework, it's really scalable and very interoperable. And then going back to the more enterprise side of this, you have Quant. Where I could see providing a lot of enterprise Web 2 application solutions where they can utilize different DLT platforms to make their system better. So Quant could possibly connect these Web 3 platforms to these Web 2 platforms as well in a more business and enterprise way. Okay, so now I want to end this off with more solutions with Ripple's Internet of Value. So like I stated beforehand, it's going to enable the world to move value the way information is moved today. And their overall mission is to build a breakthrough crypto solutions for a world without economic borders. So this is all possible using blockchain technology. And Ripple's platform enables global financial institutions, businesses, governments, and developers to move, manage, and tokenize value to unlock a greater economic opportunity for everyone, everywhere. So this Internet of Value is going to increase global access and equity by building an inclusive, streamlined, and sustainable financial system. So the key factors of this, they want to bring a collaborative vision. So they want to work with the current financial systems to overall improve it and to not disrupt it. So it's really providing solutions that can really optimize these platforms that are very secure and compliant. They want to bring powerful innovation. By bringing powerful innovation, they want to use blockchain technology that's utilized on the XRP ledger, which is arguably one of the fastest and most sustainable blockchains out there, and with global reach. Ripple is already one of the top enterprise-grade blockchain companies with different customers around the world. So these companies using Ripple's business models are going to expand hard-to-reach markets that gives a lot more access and also alternative liquidity solutions. That's going to generate new crypto-enabled revenue streams. So I can see a lot of liquidity being freed up, whether it's through currency exchange or just overall tokenized value through different derivative markets. Alright, so that's the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far. I really appreciate it. So yeah, Web3 and the Internet of Value is really going to change the way we send value across the world. And it's also going to make the world a more interconnected place. Because a lot of the platforms we use are mainly used for information exchange. But once you really combine value exchange as well, it's really going to change the way. It's really going to enhance the connectivity across the world. And the fact that a lot of these applications can be decentralized, as long as you have a smart device and internet access, it's going to make it easier to people to utilize different platforms all across the world. Do you think Web3 is just a fad, or do you see a lot of potential in the future when it comes to Web3 and the Internet of Value? I'm really curious to hear what you guys want to say. So it's your boy Metapunk. Thank you for watching, and I'm signing out.